Hi guys, welcome back for part 2 of our striking series. Today's tutorial is going to go over striking defense. So the R2 button or the right trigger on Xbox is going to be your block button. While you're holding it, this will give you what we consider a weak block. This block will block high attacks, body attacks, and low attacks as well. Now while you're holding the button down, as you can see here, your stamina does not recover. You also move slower. Your movement speed is decreased as well. It's not significant, but it is noticeable when you're holding the block button and you're walking around. Also, is you still take some portion of damage when you're getting hit. So the main thing you want to try to do is avoid getting hit altogether. Now you can do this by doing a parry, or some people like to call it a counter. I'll show you how these work in 1 second. Also keep in mind that not only do you want to block attacks, but you also want to stuff takedowns. You want to stuff the clinch as well. So let's get into that now. Luckily for us, parrying isn't that hard. All you need to do is hold the block button, and while you're holding the block button, right before the punch hits you or the kick hits you, you'll want to press either a high counter or a low counter. Now, all body attacks, kicks to your leg are all going to be considered low, and anything coming for your face is going to be considered high. So the way you'll do this is that the punch buttons will block high and the kick buttons will block low. So while holding R2 right before the punch gets ready to hit you in the face, you'll hit a punch button to block high, and right before you get ready to get hit in the body or the legs, you'll press a kick button to parry low. This will help you significantly because not only can you counter and not take any damage, but you can also fire back with your own flurry of attacks and put some damage on your opponent. Now, countering will take a little bit of a while to get used to. If you're playing online, normally it turns more into a game of prediction opposed to reaction. But here I'm going to just parry a little bit more, and you can see how it works, and you can see the benefit of it. So I'm stuffing the takedown by holding R2 and pressing down on the right analog stick. That's something else that's going to be very important, because if your opponent can't outstrike you, they will definitely try to take you down. Now that was a high parry using R2 and square. Another high parry. See if we can parry a few more. There's another parry to the head. Another parry to the head. And we're just doing some general blocking right now. Now, some other things you can do is work on your movement. Now, you can actually flick the left analog stick to quickly move away or towards your opponent, which is actually really good if you put your opponent in a stun state. Sometimes you can't catch them, and that's the easiest way to do it. Now, that was actually just a parry to the body. And let's see if we can block a few more. And there's another parry to the body. All right, now, right here, he's throwing a few more punches, and I just want to get a feel for doing some parries. Now, this is not online, this is offline, but even offline, sometimes it can be very hard to react to. And as somebody who has played professionally fighting games and gone to a lot of different tournaments for them, I'm telling you, sometimes these things can come out very fast. It's really hard to see sometimes. So just try to be aware and just try to get a feel for your opponent, maybe the combos that they're throwing, and that will help you kind of figure out where exactly you need to parry. And a lot of fighters actually have the ability to do extra damage off a successful parry. Now right here, he's put me in a clinch. You can actually stop a clinch. If you see it in time, you can hold R2 and press up on the right analog stick, and that will actually stop a clinch. You'll actually be able to break a clinch before it ever starts. All right, and there's another parry. So it looks like we have our parries working for us for the most part. Now what I'm doing now is I'm backdashing. That's what I like to call it. So flicking the left analog stick, you can just kind of move around your opponent very quickly. It does take some stamina, but it can be really helpful in getting you out of some dangerous situations. You can do this in all 4 directions, so you can go up, down, back, and towards your opponent as well. Now, holding L2 will allow you to actually kind of bob and weave. Now, the good thing about this is that when you bob and weave, you don't lose any stamina. So this is the best way. If you can possibly just dodge their punch the second you see it coming and just weave out of the way, you can immediately come back and just counter the shit out of them. And it's very satisfying and rewarding when you bob out of the way and then you just come with an uppercut, you know, and stun them or knock them out. So that's just me playing around. Like I said, you just hold the L2 button or left trigger on Xbox, and you just use the left analog stick to move around in the direction you want. So I'm just going to do a little bit of everything now. I'm just going to mix a little bit of it all together just so you can see how it looks. And I encourage you actually to go online and try to block. And that's something I actually have done a few times myself. I've actually literally gone online, found a live opponent, and my goal was not to win necessarily. My goal was to see how long I could defend without getting knocked out. Now, that may sound really stupid, like why would you want to go online and just block? But it makes you a better overall defender, because you have to spend so much time and so much focus defending that it somewhat becomes a second nature. You kind of develop a habit for being able to do it. So obviously I don't suggest you do this in a ranked match or, you know, a tournament match or anything like that, but just a little quick match, you know, hey, let them feel however they want to feel, you know. No one cares about that. If they feel happy that they beat you, if they want to talk shit, let them. But overall, you'll become a better person. Now, I'm going to go ahead and let him get up, you know, because I don't give a fuck. I'll knock him back out again when he gets up. Nah, all right. So I'm on him. R2 and down to keep him down on the ground. And it's very close to the end of the round, so I'm just going to go ahead and just drop some haymakers. It doesn't really matter. He's covering up. Now, obviously, this won't save you. But, hey, you know, feel free to do whatever you want to do. Once you get him down on the ground, the main thing you want to do is make sure you keep control of them. Now, if you do take them down to the ground, don't feel obligated. Like, if you knock them down and they fall on their ass, you don't have to chase in after them. There's no reason that you have to do it. If you're a better striker, then let them come up and strike with you. Now, in this round, I'm just going to go ahead and let everything go. I'm going to put everything together and let you guys see just what good striking looks like. Now, what you want to do, another good thing about defense is being able to tell things like reach. I know it may sound weird to think about reach in a video game like this, and it's a little more apparent when you look at a guy like Daniel Cormier versus a guy like John Jones, where you can see that there's a huge reach advantage. But reach does play a factor, and even though it may seem very tiny at sometimes, you should definitely pay attention to it because it's very important. The way somebody is able to actually hit you or what range they can get in before they actually attack you is very vital, and you should always be aware of how far you are from them because they can easily land a kick right to your face and put you away. So knowing your distance is always going to be key as well to making sure that you can maintain absolute defense and also be able to stay aggressive towards your opponent. So guys, that's going to be it for today in the striking and the defense tutorial. The next tutorial is going to be advanced striking. Now this is actually something I'm a little nervous to put out there because I don't want you guys online kicking my ass. That would suck. But I did say I was going to do it, so I'm going to go ahead and get it done. What you'll see in this advanced striking tutorial is you're going to see how to put together combos. You're going to see how to finish your opponent quickly and efficiently. And we'll actually try to even jump online, and we're going to do a match with nothing but strikes. No grabs, no Muay Thai knees, and we know I'm famous for that shit. And no takedowns. We're going to do nothing but strikes, and we're going to put somebody away. And I'm going to demonstrate just how powerful an effective striking game can be. So until next time, guys, I'm King DX for First to Three. Once again, please like, please comment, and if you guys see any other videos out there where people are talking about the UFC and they're doing a bad fucking job, let the people know there's a better alternative. They can tune in right to this channel, and we'll be here to help them out. So once again, I'll see you guys later, and be prepared because the striking advanced tutorial will be coming very soon. Later.